Hello, in this video I go over how I take my cat's medications and cut them up into the right pieces according to the veterinarian's prescription and then place them in this tray 1 week in advance. I consider there to be 3 general areas or phases of handling my cat's medications. The first area or phase is cutting the medications that I get from the pharmacy into the right pieces according to the veterinarian's prescription, and then placing them into a tray like this in preparation for the week. This video covers that first area of cutting up the medications 1 week in advance and placing them in a tray like this. The second general area or phase of handling my cat's medications is taking an individual dosage just before it's time to administer them and placing them into pill pockets. I have another video that covers that step of taking an individual dosage and placing them into pill pockets. I'll link to that video below. The third general area or phase of handling medications for my cat is taking already prepared pill pockets, pills which are in pill pockets, and administering them to my cat. I have another video that actually demonstrates administering already prepared pill pockets to my cat, and I will link it below. With all that said, let me get started and demonstrate what I personally do for my cat when preparing his medications by cutting them up 1 week in advance and placing them in a tray like this. My cat suffers from a heart condition known as HOCM, which is the obstructive variant of HCM. HCM stands for Hypertrophic Cardiomyopathy. The obstructive variant would therefore be called Hypertrophic Obstructive Cardiomyopathy. My cat currently takes 4 different medications for his illness. My cat's prescription is based on his specific condition and the veterinarian's prescription. They come as whole pills and they must be broken down as described in the prescription. So for my particular cat's situation, he currently takes Salix or furosemide. It's the better known name is furosemide. He also takes spironolactone. This one here is pimobendan, also known as vetmedin. And this one here is clopidogrel. The pills do not come ready to administer to my cat, and therefore they need to be broken down. In the case of my cat and his prescription and the size of the pill I get from the pharmacy, my cat gets a half of a furosemide in the morning and a half of a furosemide in the evening. So 1 whole pill will work for 1 day's morning and evening administration. It is split in half, 1 half in the morning, 1 half in the evening. The next pill here is the spironolactone, and my cat will get 1/4 of spironolactone in the morning and 1/4 of spironolactone in the evening. Therefore, the whole spironolactone pill needs to be quartered, where 2 quarters are used for 1 day and the remaining 2 quarters can be used for another day. So that's 1/4 in the morning, 1/4 in the evening, with 2 remaining quarters for the following day. The next pill is pimobendan, also known as vetmedin. My cat will get 3 halves in the morning and 3 halves in the evening. That's another way of saying my cat will get a pill and a half in the morning and a pill and a half in the evening. It will take 3 pills cut in half to fulfill 1 day's dosage for my cat. 3 halves in the morning, 3 halves in the evening. And let me repeat that this is all about my own cat's situation, given the veterinarian's prescription for my cat, along with the size of the pill that I got from my specific pharmacy and the instructions on the bottle as to how to break it down. And while I'm saying this, let me also add that when I get my prescriptions from the pharmacy, I make sure to call my vet to go over exactly how I'm going to break them down, just to double check and make sure that the pharmacy got things right, given the pill sizes and so forth. It doesn't cost much to do that, and my vet quickly responds and tells me that everything's okay and all that. It's a good double check. So the final pill that we have here is clopidogrel. Now my cat only gets 1/4 clopidogrel, and that is in the evening. So basically a clopidogrel needs to be quartered and 1/4 is given in the evening. The remaining quarters can be used for other evenings. So basically, 1 whole clopidogrel can be used for 4 evenings of dosages, or 4 days of dosages, where he only gets this in the evening. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 days. So to cut the pills, I basically use store-bought pill cutters and an X-Acto knife. I use the X-Acto knife for the smaller, more fragile pills like the furosemide, especially when they have a line going down the middle, and I can just insert this in the line. So for the Salix, I get the X-Acto knife and I insert it right in the center line of the pill. And what I do is I just push down on the pill like this, and we end up with 2 really nice halves. For the spironolactone, that's a really nice big pill. It has a smooth side. So I will take that and just simply insert it into a pill cutter like this. And basically I will just follow the pill cutter instructions. In this case, I'll go down until I feel it is touching, and then I'll gently close, and there we'll have 2 halves of spironolactone. Now we need to get 2 quarters. So then I'll take each half and I'll put the halves in the pill cutter, and I'll make sure that each half is lined up straight. That's really important. And then once it's lined up nice and straight, I'll go down again slowly, gently, and then we'll end up with 2 quarters. And I'll do the same with the remaining half. Line it up and go down gently until it touches, and then continue, and it should give me 2 more quarters. These pill cutters are pretty good with the big pills. They sometimes don't cut evenly, or if I didn't align it right, it may not be even. So if I feel that any of these are not really good quarters, I will discard them and start over to make sure I get all of the quarters that I need. The next one is the pimobendan, and these are, I feel, the easiest because they're the biggest. And I can either break these down the mineral groove with my fingers, or I can actually just insert the X-Acto knife and cut down 1, 2, 3. So the last one is the clopidogrel, and in my case that's this pink pill here. That's going to go into the pill cutter because it needs to be quartered, and it's big enough to use the pill cutter. So I will align it in the pill cutter, and I'll go down very slowly until it touches, and then go down, and that should give me 2 halves. Now that we have 2 halves, as with the spironolactone, we need to cut each half into a quarter. And what I want to do is make sure that that's really straight. That's very important. Now that's nice and straight. Go down really slowly, and if it moves, if I move the pill cutter or jar it, I open it back up and make sure it's still straight. And then I'll go down slowly till it touches, then go down. And I should end up with 2 nice quarters there. There we go. And then I'll do the same with the other half. Once the half is lined up, close down, and we get the other 2 quarters. So from the 1 pill we have 4 quarters, and this is worth 4 evenings of dosages. He only gets the clopidogrel in the evening, so 1 clopidogrel quartered is good for 4 days. So now we're going to populate the weekly container. This weekly container contains, two compartments for each day, AM and PM. So we're going to populate starting with Sunday AM, Sunday PM, Monday AM, Monday PM. So in the AM and the PM, my cat always gets a half of a furosemide, a quarter of spironolactone, and 3 halves of a pimobendan. So basically the morning and the evening are always going to get these pills in common. The only difference is the evening gets a quarter clopidogrel. So these are going to be for Sunday AM, 3 halves of a pimobendan, a quarter of spiro, and a half of a furosemide, and those are going to be for Sunday PM. And then Sunday PM, he also gets 1/4 clopidogrel. So after each day has the necessary pills, I will close the compartment so nothing gets mixed up, and I'll work to the next day, which is Monday. So Monday, he gets 3 halves of a hemobendin, a 1/4 of a spironolactone, and a 1/2 of a furosemide. And he gets the same thing in the evening as well. So we take these and put it in the morning. And in the evening, I get 3 halves of a hemobendin, 1/4 of spirolactone, and a 1/2 of a furosemide, and those go into the evening as well. And then the only difference between the morning and the evening is he gets a 1/4 of a clopidogrel in the evening. And then I close those compartments. And then I'll just keep doing that for the rest of the compartments for the week. And there we go. Now that it's done, I want to verify each compartment. What I will do is I will open up all of AM. I will open up all of the AM compartments, and I will eyeball them and even count and make sure that they have the right pills. All the AMs should have 3 halves of a hemobendin, 1/2 of a furosemide, and a 1/4 of a spironolactone. After I verify the AM, I'll open up each of the PM compartments, and I will verify that they have the same dosage except for an added clopidogrel. So there we go. That's what I do to prepare 1 week of my cat's medications in advance by cutting them up into the right pieces according to my veterinarian's instructions. All right, that's it. Thanks a lot for watching.